G'day guys, express2002, James Wilson. I think I better tell you a few things about what's happening in the world. COVID's not going away. China's been hoarding tons of gold. They're buying as much gold as possible. I have said a few times that the world's the world as we know it anyway is coming to an end. Okay, economically and stuff. Governments will fall. You're going to see famine. You're going to see greed. You're going to see violence. Mate, within 50 years, people will kill over bread. That's the way I see it. And yeah, the Bitcoin's raging. I advised my daughter to buy Bitcoin when it was $8. I told her to sell it when it got to 17,000. It's over that now. She still refuses to sell it, but I think that if you've got Bitcoin, sell it. I'm not saying that the Bitcoin's garbage or it's going to crash down in price. It's not that. It's that the infrastructure of the internet's going to go down eventually, and you can't do e-commerce if there's no e, can you? So yeah, that's what I see, the fall of commerce as we know it. So yeah, like that's going to affect a lot of things, and it's going to destroy a lot of things. The biggest mistake we could have made worldwide was not put in place a 5 acre rule. Like we had 5 acre rules for quite a while in different parts of Australia, where minimum 5 acres, you couldn't buy anything smaller. 5 acre lot. That meant that if you had to, you could feed yourself on your own land, right? Or if you just say you weren't a good vegetable farmer, you could put a cow or a few pigs on your farm and trade with your neighbour. So bartering and stuff will keep your family fed. Well, now we've got concrete jungles that can't feed themselves. Years ago, when I was at Waverley College, I did a study and it said that 5% of the land on the planet was cultivatable and the rest is arid, good for nothing, good for fuck all. You can't plant shit. Um, I think that the land that you can cultivate now would be down to about 3%, and I reckon by 2050 about 2%. Reason being climate change. And while farmers are adjusting and moving and stuff, well, I reckon by 2100 they'll have it sorted out. Like, like the people that are going to be wiped out by different famines and things like that, and government-made diseases, thin out the populations, will all slow down, and yeah, we'll start to get a reasonable civilization going, and we'll get a bit of balance. But until then, we're way out of whack, guys. What do the poor people eat? They live on corn and cornbread and corn-based products. Well, when you're starting to grow corn to make ethanol, it's bloody fuel source. The price they can get for their corn to sell it as fuel is a lot more than they can get from the starving hordes. So you're wiping out, you're starving people to death by making fuel from a bloody food source, a cereal crop. So like yeah, a lot of things have got to change. I believe that the government should put in place now, not later, now, a assurance that any company that's producing plastics now will make sure they're either fully recyclable or cannot be used. No more making man-made products that cannot be disposed of properly. It's over. Oil-based products, over. Phase them out, right? We've got to take it easy with the fuel that's left. Phase everything out. Cosmetics, all the bullshit that's made from oils, out. Over. Finished. Find another source, natural. Otherwise, forget it. Bakelite. Bakelite was a vegetable product. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Bakelite, I remember when I was a kid, there was phones made out of Bakelite. Well, maybe we have to go back to that sort of product, and technology might be able to make it better and stronger and not so brittle. So we won't need plastic. And you can't beat glass. Everyone knows you cannot beat glass for storing products, right? Glass leaves bloody plastic for dead. So yeah, we've got to say goodbye to plastic, guys. We have to say goodbye to plastic. And yeah, they should give companies 10 years and no more. No more. It's over. And recyclable plastic bags and stuff, over. Over. Now. Gone. That's it. So yeah, there are alternatives, guys. And I've got one under my hat. That's for me. Because I don't want to get exploited by some big multinational company. I made an app and someone stole that. So, like 3 months later, I found my app inside a fishing lure on a market stand. So yeah, I was pretty pissed off, and I'm pretty sure companies like Google and stuff, listening to our phones, listen to all your ideas, listen to when mate, they don't call them a smartphone for nothing, okay? They listen to everything you're doing. Someone knocked off my idea, obviously sold it, and yeah, well, it's now a fishing lure. When I had an app that could catch fish, believe me, it worked. I tested it, and my biggest critic was one of my daughters. She said it was impossible. I took her fishing, and we didn't get any massive fish the day we tested, but there was no massive fish around. Like, I can only catch what's there. There was hundreds of small fish around, and we got bite after bite. So yeah, everyone else on the wharf we were fishing was getting nothing. So it works. But as I say, someone pinched it. That's the way the world works, I suppose. Bloody greedy. So I pulled the app off the market, sitting idle. But yeah, that's why I say my next idea about packaging or shopping idea is yeah, staying under my hat. That's that. If I can get an investor, a big investor that's interested, come forward. We'll talk. Only if I'm assured that he won't move forward with my idea. If we can't come to an agreement on, like, man, I'm happy with 50-50. I'm not a greedy person. If someone come in and invest and got everything up and rolling, I'll be happy with 50%. I know it'll work because it's been seen in the past. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway, Bitcoin on the way up, guys. Get rid of your Bitcoin. I'm sad to say that because I always was right behind Bitcoin. I would love to see it keep going, but what I'm scared of is the internet failing. I hope it don't happen. I hope I'm wrong on that one, but paper money's failing. Like, government's printing paper money now, and a lot of people don't understand how money even works. Paper money used to have on it legal tender, and that legal tender, okay, that means that the tender is connected to something. Well, legal tender was connected to gold, right? If you had $100 note, that meant there was $100 worth of gold sitting in a vault somewhere in Australia, belonging to the government, that covered that $100 note. Well, a dipshit named Nixon in America changed all that, and the world followed suit. So now they just print money, and banks print money backwards and forwards, and Reserve Bank prints money and surpluses. It's a load of bullshit, right? It's a load of bullshit. The rich get richer, the poor haven't got a hope of catching up. The playing field will never level out. But it's going to crash, guys. So yeah, that's when they get theirs. Their teeth got knocked out. Excuse me. But yeah, I lost my front teeth. Bloody grandson had an accident not long ago. I'm replacing them, folks. Excuse me. It's embarrassing. But yeah, there's big problems coming. Big problems coming for the world. China's been taking gold, hoarding it. Well, good on them. Like, they're smarter than most other countries. Gold's going to get to $50,000 an ounce, maybe eventually. It'll get to 50 grand an ounce, and yeah, it's going to be a major trading commodity. So gold and silver will be how we do trading to buy things. Paper dollars will be worth jack shit. Well, one good thing, gold will be international currency, and there's jack shit about it. Anything that any country can do about it, it's going to be international trading with gold. So that's how it's going to be, and China's aware of that. And just like you see, China's making a Bitcoin of their own, and the coin is going to be backed by gold. So look at that. It's the first one, first coin backed by gold. Very smart government, and they've got the tons of gold to do it. So they're not dumb, fellas. You know, like yeah, COVID's put them back a few $1 trillion, but these guys rose out of the dirt, mate. They've been treated like shit by many. Like, don't underestimate China, and I've got a lot of respect for China, just from what's been done to the Chinese people as a race. I've got no respect for this, for their communist rule. That's bullshit. But the people are slowly getting their way and becoming a democracy. As soon as the right people get into power there, it'll be a great country, and it will be a superpower, and probably will take over from America. Even if they don't want to, I reckon the day will come that they'll be begging them to take over because they've got more intelligence with economics and beating masses. You know, we haven't done it. I know there's a lot of bullshit that goes on behind the scenes, and they got a lot of starving and stuff, and the government doesn't show that. But that's the communist ruling, you know. Democracy is slowly getting all the people there some wealth, so it's changing. It's changing. So yeah, we've got to change with it, guys. But yeah, invest in gold and silver, platinum, all the precious metals. Silver is going to be a slower crawler. They call it the psycho cousin of gold. Reason being, it has gone up and gone down again. Gold hasn't; it just keeps going up. So, and it will do. It will keep climbing. So, gold is the thing to have now. If you can afford it, if you've got any, hang on to it. If you're like me, you can't afford to hang on to it. Like we go looking for it, me and my son. If we find it, well, we've got to sell it. You know, that's that. You know, we've got stuff we've bought to go and get the gold. Haven't even paid it for itself yet. So we have to sell our gold. But when we're able, we'll hang on to it. So yeah, that's my advice, guys. And as I say, the world's going to have trouble feeding itself soon. If you've got farms, get out to the farms, mate. Leave the cities. Go and sort your farms out. Or if you're looking to buy property, go and buy a 5-acre block. Go out into a farm area even further. If you're happy to go further, you can buy 100 acres for a bloody reasonable price. You'd freak out if you see how cheap they are. Like I know there's 5-acre properties for 100,000 with old house on them. I mean old, but you know they're out there. Country towns, small country towns that are dying. They want to attract people to the town, and the prices are bloody reasonable, more than reasonable. And a few acres, do something. A few pigs, whatever, market garden, you can do all right. And yeah, that's the way to go. Like if I can afford it, I'll do it. I think age, I'm 56. I think time's going to get me. But if it doesn't, I'll find a good bag of gold or something. I got my eyes on a bit of land and stuff out. I'll grab it for my kids. But and grandkids. Yeah, I'm assuring you now that big problems are coming. Global warming, big problems are coming. Temperatures are just going to get hotter here in Australia. If you can't handle the heat, head to Tassie. Don't buy any coastal land. Get away from the coast. Seas are going to rise, and they're going to start rising a lot more rapidly than the scientists have ever contemplated, because the ice melt in the Arctic and the Antarctic is starting to get faster and faster. They know that, but places like Siberia and stuff where they can't get to it and see what's going on. I've been watching documentaries a lot. Ones that like only had 200 views and stuff, and I assure you, we got big bloody problems, mate. If you've seen the way that the permafrost is just falling apart, 10,000 years of water trapped there, you know, it's coming out. And what people don't realise is underneath the permafrost is a lot of old plant material. And once that plant material starts to decompose, it makes methane and carbon dioxide. Goodbye ozone, times 10. Our atmosphere actually sucks up a lot of the carbon. Takes it all up, takes up the carbon dioxide, takes it up, it just absorbs it. It's amazing. But how much can it absorb? We don't know. Scientists don't know. So it can stop one day. If that ever stops, human as a species is over. It's gone. We're dead. So we're living a serious time in the lifespan of our Earth. Yeah, just take heed of what I'm saying, you guys. And I'll talk more on the subject as soon as I can. Cheers.